Hello everybody, this is Jeffrey GT7 and welcome to the episode. In this episode, I'm going to be using the Mitsubishi Lancer from 1995 at Tokyo Expressway 600. So I'm going to show you guys a step-by-step process on how to find the car, the parts I'll be using for this car as well, and most importantly, the setup. And trust me, this car is going to be a really good choice for Tokyo Expressway. Now, if for some reason this particular tune does not help you out, I would recommend just save the car and just use for Le Mans because it has decently good speed, really good fuel mileage, and of course the tires, they hold up very good as well. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this episode. So the first step, of course, is going to be on how to find this car. This one particular car is one of those cars you have to look up in the used car dealership. Now, before I keep going, I did recently an episode on the Suzuki Cappuccino. So if you want to jump in that episode real quick, there it is right there. And just check it out since I've done it recently. But here's the car right here. It's going to be this lovely dandelion yellow Mitsubishi Lancer from 1995. The cost is going to be about $84,600, so the price is not nearly as steep compared to a modern NSX or a modern GTR, so that actually is one benefit. The other benefit is, since the PP points is kind of in the low end, we'll actually be able to put some parts into this car and make it really transform into a real beast at the track. So as long as you have plenty of credits in your total inventory, you should be good to go, and you'll be able to easily obtain this car at the used car dealership. So after you grab this particular car, our next step for this car is going to be installing the wide body for this car for a small fee of 10,000 credits. Now, usually if you do install a wide body, it could do three things. One, you could add more PP points to it. Two, it actually lowers your PP points. Or three, it might not do anything at all except to change the appearance. And for this particular car, as you can see here, it doesn't really change anything on the PP points. But I'm usually a pretty big fan of having the car wide, especially for Tokyo Expressway 600, depending on what kind of car it is. So after you get the wide body into the car, here's the livery I'll be using for this race. You can, of course, search up on your hashtags for this particular livery, or what you can do is you can follow me in the game. Here's some pretty simple instructions right here. You can simply go showcase, search me up in the game, and just look up for my profile picture, which is that right there on the screen, and just click on my user page, and then click on that blue follow, and you can just follow me in the game. Now, if you already follow me in the game already, all you gotta do is go to your my news feed, and that livery will be the very first thing you'll see in my news page, since I got it shared. And hopefully, the reason I'm doing it is that way it'll be an easy, quick shortcut for you guys. If you would rather want to copycat what I have on the car, you can. Now, I did make some exceptions and did change a couple stuff for this particular build compared to what it was showing on the livery, but I'll go ahead and showcase what that was. So the rims I have using for this car is different than livery, so you're going to have these rims instead. Just apply them. You don't have to do anything to them. Just keep everything set to standard and you'll be good to go for that stage. Next part is going to be your custom parts. Front bumper, type B, keep it as is. The side is going to be type B as well. Keep it. The rear bumper, you're going to change it to standard. Once you do apply delivery, you'll have it set to type B, but you're going to have it set to standard. That way it'll just drop the PP points for the car. For your last part, the wing is going to be type B. Keep it as is. That's the way it was with delivery. And last but not least, the roll cage is going to be type C. And that's going to be it for the parts art car customization. Now, this particular tune I'll be using for this episode is this right here. And I didn't notice till I went through the parts, but this particular tune has ultimate parts. So don't worry, just in case you don't have the ultimate parts, I did have another setup. If you want to fast forward to it, you can. But as you can see, we got sport hard tires, suspension is normal, differential, I have it set to fully customized. I would recommend just cap the numbers you see on your screen for your differential. For our downforce, you can see the front is just 10 to the front, 150 for the rear. ECU is full control computer set to 100%. Fully customized transmission set to 290 kilometers. Which should be a pretty easy adjustment for that. And as you can see for the other part of the list, there's pretty much get all the parts you can that you can get your hands on. Like high RPM turbocharger with strong anti-lock system, racing intercooler, racing filter, racing muffler, racing brake pads or brakes, per se. Racing collector flywheel, carbon propeller shaft, which is optional. As you can see, I got bore up S, which is another ultimate part, and of course the titanium connecting rods and pistons. Those are all ultimate parts right there. Now, like I said before, if you don't have them, that's totally fine. Here is an alternative build, which is going to be without any particular special parts needed for the car. And for this particular tune, hopefully it should give you still a good result like it is going to be for this episode. The only thing different was I added a torque vectoring differential, and I got it set 2575. We added the front downforce to 18, so you got to have a little bit more extra front downforce. I went ahead and added racing exhaust manifold, and that's pretty much it. All I did for the car, for the no special parts for the car. As you can see, we changed the bore to bore up, and we went ahead and removed the titanium connecting rods and pistons. And for that carbon propeller shaft, it's optional. All it does is just basically improves the acceleration. So if you don't have it, then you don't have to worry about it too much. So hopefully those two tunes help out, and without any further ado, let's go ahead onto the track and start with our race. Now this particular Lancer, with it being one of the middle 90s builds, the mid 90s Lancers, they always seem to be pretty smooth. Decently good speed, decent good acceleration, even the handling, it might be a little bit on the understeer side, especially for this tune we got right now, since it does not have the vectoring torque center differential. But despite that, the car actually did very, very well in this race. Now, it may not be as quick compared to other cars I've done in the past, like the Audi R8 or a swap build, but just in case you don't have those cars, I think this car right here will do a decent good job in this race. You can see we're going to try and make a move on the Porsche if we can, get ourselves in 6th place, and after that we're going to try to pretty much catch up to the rest of the cars right in front of us if we can. But it's going to get a bit used to the handling of the car. It might take you at least maybe a lap or two just to get used to how it drives overall, but other than that, there wasn't really not that much to complain about. We got decently good fuel as well, not to mention that. All it basically is just to survive, and just playing clean is the main thing for this particular race. I would say Sector 2 might be your best sector for this car compared to other drivers around this racetrack. I would say that, even though the speed may not be as high compared to the NSX or GTR. Thanks for its good acceleration, I think Sector 2 should be, your best turn, even the last hairpin. The tricky hairpin, which usually is pretty tricky to master, it should actually go through there pretty smoothly too. So as we get down to the end of the first lap, we're going to gain a lot of time as we exit into that tricky hairpin. As you can see, we just gained so much ground thanks because of those racing brakes into these guys. You can see we just really cut that gap by a huge margin, and once we get back to the power, we're going to easily make a pass on both the Elgin and Preza, Elgin Supra. Got ourselves a really nice momentum. We're going to go ahead and make a move on the modern GTR. And to finish up, while we're about to cross the stripe, we're going to go ahead and make another pass on the RX-7 Ria Mia. And that's going to be it for our first lap. We're decently good, 219 overall. Fast forward to lap 3 is going to be our lap to take the lead away from the leader. And as you can see right through here, we're just going to gain some ground on the Honda NSX as we get closer and closer. Got ourselves a very smooth turn right there as well, being able to keep the throttle in a little bit in that corner. We're going to also take away the race line right here. We're going to force it a little bit wide into this corner, and just like that, we're going to go ahead and keep the lead and run away from it. Fast forward to lap 5 is going to be our demonstration lap for this race. So I would recommend if you guys can stay behind, see what the car can do, and I'll see you when we get to our pit strategy. So as we fast forward to lap number 7, it's going to be our lap to pit. And as you can see, the tires are still holding up pretty strong for this car. So all I'll be doing here is just going to refill the car fuel, and that's going to be it. That particular run, the car felt pretty decently good. We ran a couple of 209s, 210s, averagely. So the car does have somewhat decent pace overall, even though there are some cars out there that can easily beat that, doing 208s, 207s compared to this car. But after that, we went back on track, did some more solo trial laps, and that was pretty much it for the car. We only had a little bit of suffering on the front tires with tire degradation, but apart from that, 26:24 was our total time, which is pretty decent for a Tokyo Expressway run. Even though I do know there's some cars out there that can easily beat that. I mean, I've even done them in the channel as well. But most importantly, we got ourselves that clean race bonus, which we always try to aim for this race. And that's going to be it for the episode. Now for the next episode, it's going to be something quite special. The last time I'd done this car, which is the Ferrari Enzo, was actually over a year ago. And I'm looking forward to see what I can do with this car. I know there's been a lot of update changes and physics changes, specs changes since the last time I've done this build. The last time I actually did this build, the car was really, really good around Tokyo Expressway, which was quite very interesting, surprisingly too. So I'm looking forward to see what I can do with this car after it's been so long since I've done this car since the last go around. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy that tune. Hopefully it helps out. Until then, I'll see you guys later. So that is going to be for today's episode. Hopefully this particular build has helped you out in Gran Turismo 7. If you guys have any suggestions or any other builds you want me to try out, you're more than welcome to add those to the comments below, and I'll try my best to do them. Until then, hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day, and if you guys would like to subscribe to the channel, you're more than welcome to do so as well, as I'll have some more stuff coming up in the next couple days. Until then, see you later and take care.